Your words are as empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a savior such as you.
Up yours, woke moralists. We'll see who cancels who.
You like that? I saw it on Twitter. No idea who made it, but it's top notch in my opinion. Today we're going to be looking at some right-wing materials from around the internet, starting with this charming little screed.
Dear BLM and Antifa, have you ever considered that the only thing keeping real Americans from destroying you is the police? Go ahead, defund the police, get rid of them. Millions of well-armed and capable American patriots with billions of rounds of ammunition are just waiting for the chance to show you how we feel about people who try to destroy our country. We're looking forward to it. Love the Patriots.
Let's unpack that bit by bit, shall we?
Dear BLM and Antifa, have you ever considered the fact that the only thing keeping real Americans from destroying you is the police?
Well, if you right-wing pussies actually believed that horse shit, you would be the first ones to demand that the police be defunded. The reality is that you love the police, specifically because you know that they're on your side and will help you smash BLM and Antifa skulls with the full backing and power of the US government. Without this state-codified militant force behind you, you would fold like fucking lawn chairs. The whole reason you stockpile guns in the first place is because you're trembling masses of fear who don't feel safe unless you're armed to the teeth. Now, I advocate gun ownership too, but not out of fear, simply out of practicality. I don't fetishize guns or need them to feel confident. I simply recognize that one day a firearm may be a necessary tool to defend myself or those I love against fascists like you.
Go ahead, defund the police. Get rid of them.
All right.
Millions of well-armed and capable American patriots with billions of rounds of ammunition are just waiting for the chance to show you how we feel about people who try to destroy our country.
All right, well-armed, sure. Capable? Capable of what? Licking boots? Fornicating with your sisters? Driving big, stupid, gas-guzzling pickup trucks? Cheering on your elected officials as they dismantle your civil liberties before your vacant eyes? And I love the line where you say you're just waiting for the chance to show us how you feel about people trying to destroy your country. Well, we already know how you feel about them. You love them. They're you.
We're looking forward to it. The Patriots!
Oh yeah, you're such patriots that you want to murder your fellow citizens for protesting. What an amazing commitment you have to freedom of speech. Could there be less of a patriotic statement in America than anyone who disagrees with me I want to murder? I don't think so. These people are bloodthirsty animals, and they don't even want to spill blood for anything beautiful or noble or true. They just want to see you writhing in the streets with bullet wounds riddling your body just to preserve their supposed right to hate and mistreat you. They want you to suffer for no reason other than it pleases them to see you suffer. And if you don't cooperate, they want you dead. That's who your enemy is. Sadistic goblins, hell-bent on the annihilation of all freedom and of all human dignity. No compassion seems to touch their hearts. No rationality seems to persuade their minds. They are creatures of pure, seething hatred who exist only to bring harm to those who refuse to complacently accept their evil. And if you're black, or trans, or gay, or atheist, or pagan, or Muslim, or if you question their orthodoxy in any way, to even the smallest degree, they want you dead. They relish the fantasy of your death. And I know it's hard to take them seriously because they are so absurd, but you have to. Because they don't have fully formed consciences. And they can slaughter their fellow human beings without reservation or compunction. It's not police stopping them from doing that now. It's only cowardice. But if they reach the point of feeling like they're going to lose, there is no evil beneath them.
Ostensibly, trans people are a tiny minority of the population. Yet this minority are pulling the strings of nearly every institution in the Western world. We have to ask how, when, where did this happen? A minority gaining such power so stealthily and so quickly.
What power, you absolutely shameful moron? There's anti-trans legislation being introduced in states across the country. Many states have already passed bills against, trans health care, trans participation in sports. 29% of trans people live in poverty, way higher than the national average. Only 30% of women's shelters accept trans women. Trans people face a massive amount of sexual assault, physical assault, compared to the general population. How can you possibly look at a group of people who are openly targeted legislatively, beset by poverty, beset by violence, beset by sexual assault, beset by medical providers literally refusing them service? They're disproportionately homeless, disproportionately murdered, disproportionately suicidal. And you say to yourself, wow, these people are taking over. I mean, you're psychotic and delusional and bereft of reason.
Interracial relationships. How they begin. How they end with drugs, alcohol, domestic violence, and police mugshots.
These are the same people that if you call them racist, they will deny it up and down. How dare you call me racist? You leftist, you just call everything racist. What's that? Oh, BLM? Yeah, I'd love to shoot them all. What's that? Interracial relationships? Oh, they're all doomed to end in domestic violence. I mean, come on.
Start a business. $999 too much. Buy an iPhone. $999 no problem. Healthy groceries. $100 too much. Dinner and drinks. $100 no problem. Watch Netflix. 2 hours. One more episode. Learn a new skill. 2 hours. No time. Life is about choices. Stop blaming the lack of opportunity.
What business are you going to start for $999? What skills are you going to learn in 2 hours? This is just dumb nonsense. Yeah, okay, not everyone spends their money or uses their time wisely. I will grant you that. But this is just unrealistic tripe that has no bearing on reality. All right, let's do one more. This is a Twitter user responding to an anime that's about a black samurai.
I'm not racist, but anime is supposed to be an escape from all the politics the real world shoves down our throats. Adding black people kind of defeats the whole purpose.
Yeah, okay, I'm not racist, but anime is supposed to be where I go to not have to look at any black people. All right, cool. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that smattering of right-wing memes and tweets. I pulled them all from 2 subreddits. One of them is R the Right Can't Meme, the other one is R Persecution Fetish. I recommend both of those to anyone who likes to keep an eye on right-wing propaganda so that they can be aware of the disgusting so-called thoughts of their enemies. I'd like to close this out by saying that, a lot of people probably think I hate right-wingers. Well, I want to say I don't, actually. I feel bad for them. It's sad to me that they've allowed themselves to be so exploited by the rich and powerful that they will defend the very system that crushes them. I have right-wing friends, I have right-wing family members, and I don't wish them any ill will. In fact, quite the opposite. I hope that one day they will begin to wake up to the truth that they have been duped by powerful oligarchs into fighting against their own economic interests, and that their politics are not formed on the basis of reason, but on the basis of fear. I think that conservatives are victims of their own ideology. And I always would prefer to see them liberated from the agony of having to live a life of pure hate and frustration, as opposed to seeing them merely defeated in this or that political battle. I believe it is possible for them to escape, but they've got to want it. They've got to want something better for themselves than a destiny dominated by hatred and bitterness and insecurity. And to some extent, we all struggle with those things. We all feel the tug of some form of bigotry now and again. To deny that is to deny your own humanity. And when you yield to those emotions, you become a puppet. You've basically said, I will not listen to reason, I will listen to hatred. I will listen to fear. I will blame others for my failings. I will blame others for the state of the world, and I will take no responsibility for how things are, and I will take no part in making them better. That's the defining characteristic of right-wingers. They scapegoat problems, and they obstruct solutions because they are driven not by anything good in humanity, not by compassion or love or truth or beauty or reason, but by resentment and fear and bias and aloofness and despair. All of these attributes, the good and the bad, exist in all people. But you can choose how you respond to them within yourself. You can choose what power you give them. So no one is trapped in a prison of their ideology, no matter how deep they've gone down one path or another. It's like the lyrics to Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven point out. There are two paths you can go by, but in the long run, there's still time to change the road you're on. My siblings in power, I beseech you to reach out to those who are poisoned and to help them, because they're lost. And if you think that it's not your job to help them, you're wrong. It's true, you didn't ask to be born, but you know the way out, and you haven't taken it. So live a life of service to your fellow human beings. If you see them suffering, and those who embrace this dark ideology of anti-humanity are definitely suffering, then try to save them. Don't stand idly by while their malevolence consumes the entire world. We wonder, why are things so awful here? What went wrong? Well, one reason is we don't care about one another. Or if we do, it's only in the abstract. We're all Narcissus, staring at our own reflections, infatuated with ourselves. Even those who are depressed or hate themselves are still in the grip of self-obsession. Let it go. Become obsessed with others. Become obsessed with helping them. Become obsessed with saving them. Because in doing so, you may just save yourself. And you may just save this world. I'm TJ Kirk. Shiggity beep bitty beep beep boo. Yeah. Thanks for watching.